Yeah, forgive me. I am learning this, and this is only my third live in front of a studio audience video. So I didn't realize that when I paused, it wasn't really paused, and so yeah, got to unpack all that, figure it out. So anyway, what I was trying to do was tidy up the layout for the homepage for meeting the team, right? The quote unquote team. It's just me. And so it kind of skewed it over here on the side. So really what I need to do is add the padding inside the container in order for that to work properly. So I'm going to highlight the container. I'll continue it with full width. The contained width is fine. And so I go down to spacing. Now remember, the container is built by Generate Blocks. And that functionality, this editing functionality only works if you have a Generate Blocks container wrapping your elements. So I always recommend add a container no matter what. So I'm going to add 80 padding to the left and 80 padding to the right. Update that, and then I'll preview it and see if it works. Okay, so now we preview it to see how that worked, if it worked. And yeah, that's a better layout, right? That's nicer, that's cleaner. I'm guessing on the mobile though, that's gonna get all screwed up. So I need to go and change the padding for the mobile to be something. And then I'll re-preview that as well. Yeah. Okay. And so again, you can't see the live changes because of all the caching with the CSS and all the things that make this website so fast. You can't see the live minor changes. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's clean. That's pretty. We'll take it as a win. Image. Oh, the footer. I haven't addressed the footer at all. So let's go ahead and play with the footer. So the footer is located in the element. And again, this is generate press theme option. And I think even with the free version, you get access to elements, but I'm using the premium version, so I might be taking that for granted. Okay. But generate press elements allow us to build headers. They can help us edit the pages in general. We can add hooks, which we did with the animate on scroll, adding a hook in the head, a CSS hook, which is just a link, and then the JavaScript hook in the footer, which we actually initiated. But the footer, then we can have this footer element. It's a hook that applies generate before footer, basically. And in doing this, then we can replace all of the other footer element widget things that are possible from within the customizer and clean it up and make it tighter and more streamlined. And we can do that with the entire site if we want to. And so, I don't want that. I want the actual edit. So I'm going to go in and edit the site footer now. That means I need to add all of the parts and pieces that are currently in the footer. Okay, oops, I just want to close that. And see the footer in live. Okay, so we have that little item there. I think that's applied through widget and the customizer, so because I didn't see it just then. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so we're going to highlight that image. We're going to replace it. Okay, with media that we already have in our library. And that will look like, I don't know whether I want the full ostentatious design. I think I do. Do I? I think I do. Okay. And I have the alt text selected and built in. Yeah, you see that? I think I do not. Yeah, I'm going to go with the icon instead of the logo. Okay, so why do I have two? One is 6 kilobytes, one is 30. In theory, and that's 512. This should be good enough. So we'll try that out. And you also see that it's not centered. So I'm gonna, oh, these are all left justified. That's why. Okay, so that would give this gap between just a little too tight, maybe. Okay, so contact, I'm gonna change all of this to the contact address for the agency. Um, and the phone number needs to be updated as well. And formatting, I prefer this. And I've pulled out the one which says it's the US. So if somebody's going to call internationally, that won't work. But I'm just going to do it like that. That's fine. That's my choice. And then the contact us page needs to go to the contact, which is contact us, is it? Let us go. That's contact us. Say hello. Okay. I feel like these two items are very, very close, and they may be no good in the mobile version. For best practice or accessibility, I may have to add some padding there. So I'm going to consider that, but I'm going to sit on that for a minute. Those of you that are watching, feel free to chat me a question if you have one. I'd love to hear from you. And so now I need to add these pieces. So I will navigate. Let's see, I have all of those on my resume site, which is also built in WordPress. And it's just me showing off because it's really supposed to look like a resume, but whatever. Silly me. Okay, so that was Twitter, I think. So we'll copy that address. We'll go in here and we will just paste that in. And I want that to open in a new tab. I'll have that as a no follow. And then Instagram too. We'll make the same adjustments so that it's follow and opens in a new tab. LinkedIn. Next up. Oh, there we go. GitHub. Yep. I like that icon better. The cat. Should change that icon. And then YouTube is, I don't know if I have that here or not, linked to the current YouTube channel. Let's see where this goes. So I don't know if this is my current YouTube channel or something. Yeah, see, that's my old one. For Amp Like a Pro, like I was saying a few minutes ago, that I didn't need anymore. So where did I find the link to my channel? I think it's that. So 2 seconds. This old bad boy, make sure that this is going over here. Make sure that this is the channel. Oh no, that's taking me to my studio. I don't want to go to the studio. I just want to go to YouTube. Okay, so let's get rid of the subdomain and see if it'll just take me to my channel. Yep. Okay, so that's the ticket. And we'll add a follow to the YouTube channel. Okay, and join our emailing list. This is MailChimp, and I'm not using MailChimp. I haven't decided whether I'm going to use MailMunch or whether I'm going to use Happy Forms. Oh, wait, snap. I'm using SharpSpring, so I won't be using MailChimp here. So I will leave that there for now, and then I'll come and I'll replace it once SharpSpring is added and updated. Okay, and the color. The color's no good. I wonder what happens when I say paste styles, if it remembers. It does. So that's handy. I didn't know that it would remember that. That was days ago when I copied the styling. Okay, so those changes, let's see if they have taken effect. And you see how blurry that is? It's not my happy place. All right, so the styling changes didn't hold. That's okay. We'll actually preview this, right, in desktop. Meet the team. That's me. Ooh, off center. Okay, and boy, that's big. I will address that later. I just gotta get this thing built, and then I'll come back. Wow, that's big. How big is it on the phone? Is it massive on the phone? Okay, that's big. So and this, I'm gonna go into the customizer and reload because I think I've made some changes to the site in general, and I want them pulled through in the customizer. The site identity, I haven't chosen a retina logo, and the retina logo means it's gonna be far crisper. But I feel like that retina logo is gonna kill me on page load speed time. So let's see, this is the one that we're using right now. It's only 5 kilobytes. It's no wonder. This one is Curious 61. That one's much prettier. It's different though. Background white, I think it is. Yeah, so can't use that one. Sorry. I'll use that one, 30 kilobytes. And let's just see what happens. And make sure that for SEO purposes, we have to have alt text. Now, Rank Math SEO plugin will take my title and add it to the alt text for any website, which is great, and I appreciate that. But really, that alt text is for the visually impaired, and I'm not doing my visually impaired visitors any justice, really, from the alt text decisions. So let's see, why am I not receiving stream is healthy and stream not receiving enough video? You want to see me moving more, YouTube? Is that what's going on? Okay, well, that's not my happy place, so whatever. I don't like that decision. Okay, and that didn't pull through. So anyway, we'll play with these different features later. Let's go to the home page. Okay. I still need to adjust that, and I also noticed that the generate press, this piece down here, is in the footer, I believe, for generate press theme. So I need to go and change it. Footer bar, navigation menu. Huh. Really? Generate press, privacy policy. Okay, and I'm okay with that. I don't like that. So I need to adjust the footer bar and that, which is fine. I'll adjust it in just a minute. Okay, so where are those features? I don't remember. No, not there. There. I'm gonna do colors real quick for the footer. And the background color, I'm gonna make it dark. So this by the Hub Verify is a real good Chrome browser extension. Love it. It's a paid extension. This is my first and only paid extension, not gonna lie, but I'm so happy with it. I'll drop a link somewhere sometime because I really, really like it. And one of the features is that I can very easily change or check colors, and when I'm doing site analysis for some of my competitors, I can also see that, how they're built using the built with extension that it kind of borrows from. Anyway, I just feel like it. Oh, the footer bar. What am I changing? The footer widget. Well, let's try the footer bar background, because that didn't make any changes in the customizer. There we go. Okay, and I want that white, and also white, and one white. Okay, publish. So that color's off, but again, that hasn't been set. These colors are off. And I might be able to adjust them here because those are just the icons, right? Yep. Okay, so the colors then should be that one. You know what? Take that, copy the style, like that, paste the style. Aha, paste the style. Now there is something in Generate Blocks Pro paid version where you can change the colors of these items based on their like a global styling. And so if they're connected to one global style, then it'll just take whatever styling features you apply to it, which is awesome. I haven't set that up, and so I'm just going to leave it for now, and then I can dial that in later. Okay, couple of pieces of the puzzle that are still missing is the wording for generate press right there. That can't be. Generate press, I love you. Like, genuinely, I'm blown away by everything that you do. But this needs to be me. Sorry. I'm not going to advertise for you here, but I will in my resources page. So don't worry. You're still going to get your thumbs up from me, 100%, but not let's see if that rolls, but not here on the footer. So where, oh, where is that element in the footer hidden? And let's see. Is there an element here? No. I feel like it's in the customizer, but let's just make sure that it's not a global style or something else that I'm missing. Generate press. Oh, you know what? Could it be in the settings? No, that's cadence blocks. Could it be in here? So elements is definitely a generate press thing, but dude, this guy is legit amazing. Go follow him on Twitter if you haven't already. Amazing. So let's just go into the customizer and see what we can see. Okay, I don't know where that is, so I'm just gonna go through until I find it. And, like I said, unrefined. I don't remember everything about everything. I have to retrain on just about everything. We were already in here. Oh, well, no, we weren't. Okay, so I like the copyright. Um, I'm going to leave that there, but I'm going to add uh, I'm going to go ahead and put that in properly. I don't know the target there. What else do I want to put there? Follow anything? Not yet. Okay. Built and maintained spacious designed company. Oh, and copyright. Do I need that copyright in there? No. Close that. Okay, and that's fine. That's my website. That is this website. Normally, there is some hesitation because normally I add a target, which is underscore blank, and then I have to add the rel no opener to it to protect it and make it a secure link. Otherwise, from web best practices, you get pinged by the Google Lighthouse. But this is my site, so I'm not not sending them anywhere off. So I'm just going to leave that there at the bottom. And used to be I only wrapped the link, the anchor link around the name of my business, Austintatious Design Company. But search engine optimization consideration here. I want this to be more informative to the bots who are crawling my website to say, hey, I build and maintain things. Now, I probably should have put website built and maintained, right? Anyway, I'm going to leave that as good enough and see. Okay. You see the color hasn't pulled through yet? That's because it's been cached. That's okay. Built and maintained. Yes. Privacy policy, terms of service. Okay. And those are not actually linked yet because I don't think I've made them available. So let's go do that. Let's find our pages and let's publish the privacy policy in terms of service. And I don't think I'm going to have a terms of service. I'm probably just going to have the privacy policy, which is currently set to draft. And now it's not. Okay. I think that will auto update to link to the privacy policy catch up. And it didn't. So I need to go back into the footer widget and make sure that it does. Okay, so that's in the widgets, footer bar, navigation, footer legal pages. Oh, that's a menu. Duh. Okay. So menu, I have two. One of them is footer legal pages. I don't have returns of service, so I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to change the privacy policy link to actually be the privacy policy page. Yeah. And then reload. That's going to change down at the bottom. It's just the privacy policy. I don't like how it's hidden there, but whatever. I have to leave it and I'll come back to it. Ooh, that's messed up. Now, the privacy policy is clearly not built within a container, right? So we need to update that. We'll take the content because it's effectively correct, and I'll have to change that once we push across. Okay, all of this content needs to be put inside the containment, a generate blocks container. Okay. And now, when I go back to the page, it will have a little bit better formatting. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. It's not like amazing. There's nothing there that's amazing, but it's better. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's that. Services page needs attention. I thought I had worked on this page already. Bummer. Sure, I worked on the page. So I'm a little confused. Services. Yeah. Let's build a platform to school. Dang it. It's no good. So the problem here that I'm seeing really is that the services page content I would have already removed from a different page because I thought I had already built it. Maybe that's not the case. This is the services page. So, and I'm pretty sure I already pulled it out. Worked on this for a long time though, so if it's not here, it's somewhere. And I feel pretty confident about that. So I just have to find out where it is. It's not there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I checked. Not on the homepage. Old portfolio cards. Oh, it's a portfolio that I pulled out, not the services. Okay. That makes more sense. So in my menu, I don't have a services page. In my menu, I need to change that because it's not a real page. I need to add a custom page that doesn't go anywhere. And it's called services. Right? And then I need to add it. Oh, Peter, come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Okay. Now I need to take these items and move them under services. If I remove this, it's just going to pull them all out. And then I'll just So effectively what that does is it just says when somebody hovers over that menu item, it's going to drop down. If they click it, it's not going to go anywhere. And that's important because I don't have that services page built out for anything. And I don't want anybody going to a services page that don't really exist, right? Still need to address those over there. One thing at a time. Okay, so the services page, let us build your platform to scale, needs to be a draft page. So I don't want to get them called on accident. And we're doing really well here. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Okay, so the home page, so you see the services will drop down. These are all empty of content, so we're going to have to go fill them out. The portfolio page is what I was working on before the 4th of July break. And each of the portfolio pieces has a view project link. So there's a clear call to action and talk about what I did for these people, these companies. Okay. I don't have all of them. I've chosen just to have 3 in my portfolio. Okay. And I need to attend to this. I need to give it more time, energy, effort, the project outcomes, these sorts of things. It needs to be attended to. I need to rewrite the content and add it, but for now it's good enough. I don't have a pricing page. The contact page is going to change when I get connected to SharpSpring. So I'm going to need to pull this content out. And then I'll be adding a form below, above, or somewhere. Okay. And the blog page, I'm just using the Generate Press theme instance that will pull through the formatting for the blog page, and it's okay. I need to remove a couple of those. The issue I was having with the blog page is the featured image will pull through, okay, in the blog archive page. When you click it, it will take you to that page, right? But notice also, okay, so we're not getting any excerpts, and maybe that's what's feeling strange. I need the excerpts to also pull through. So like here, this excerpt, oh, that's all tags. So I need to change the setting to have the excerpts pull through short excerpts. And I think that is a customizable feature within Generate Press. So we'll have to go and find that and figure it out. But we'll do that together. Okay, I'm guessing it's in the layout. It might be in general. Okay, blog. Okay, so archives does have an excerpt. Display read more as button. Okay. So let's go to the blog so that we can see these changes that we're making live. There should be excerpts here, right? So looking for that right now just to see. I want to display posts and columns. How does that look? I like it. I like it smaller. I do. Okay. Media attachment size. Should maybe be a thumbnail. I don't know if that's going to change anything. Nope, too small. Yeah, okay. Love the title. Great. But why is the excerpt? Oh, excerpt word count. Let's do 50 words. There we have it. 50 is a lot. Let's do 30 because it's words and characters, right? Get them started. I start, by the way, a lot with so. So, I think is how I actually start a lot of these things. So yeah, there you have it. I think 30 looks a little bit small, so I'm gonna go with 42. A lot of people like that number. And I'm gonna publish the change. I'm gonna stick with the columns for now, just to see how that pulls, how that works out. These aren't pulling their thumbnails through. I'm not entirely sure why, so I need to go into each of them and fix them, but I can do that on the live site. Remember, I'm just trying to get this built so that I can add the SharpSpring tracking pixels to the live agency site. That's my end game right now. So I'm going a little faster than I normally would, but I've got to go as fast as I can in order to get this done. So yeah. By the way, I roll on a hotspot on my phone. That's my Wi-Fi for business. That's it. I don't have normal Wi-Fi. Like if you live in the big city, gosh, if I lived in Austin, I could have Google Fiber and have like amazing speeds, but instead I live in the hill country, and internet here is slow and very, very expensive. And yeah, so I found T-Mobile years ago, and I'm on a grandfathered T-Mobile package that allows me to have hotspot that doesn't. I mean, it does after 50 gigs a month of data from the hotspot, and we'll get throttled. There's nobody out there, so I don't have to compete with anyone. Um, so throttling doesn't really hurt me until I get into a city. Regroup. Okay, so where are we? Where were we? Right. I need to build those pages. Okay, and then the magic will start to happen. So let's go into these pages, and we'll take from the original website, the OG. I'm going to go one at a time. I'm going to have to change some formatting, but not a lot. You see, the original site is just content. And I'm going to stick with that for now, for better or for worse. So this content all needs to be added into a generate block container. So I copied it from the page. I'm going to paste it in here. The only issue is I don't want to use the Gutenberg block headings and paragraph formatting. I want to use the generate block. So I need to change each piece accordingly. That will make sure that the font choices are all consistent with regards to the formatting. Okay. So paragraph at a time. So yeah, I can copy that, and then here we go. Oh, it's not a generate block. So it doesn't matter if I copy the formatting or not, unfortunately. If there is a shortcut to doing this, I haven't found it yet. So if you are a generate block user, heavy user, you can advise me. I'm totally looking for that kind of advice. I love it. I do think I might have. I could have. I've got an idea that we're streamlining that. I could control Shift V, and it will use the same formatting. So that's a funny thing that I didn't know until not too long ago. So these are all in alphabetical order over here. So I'm going to pull them up in alphabetical order. Okay, cool. Again, all of this content needs rewriting. It all needs rewriting, but I need to get the site live, and then I'll rewrite it later. So I take a generate or a block container, and inside of it, okay, check this out. I'm going to do a paragraph. And now, instead of doing Control V, which is paste, I'm going to do Control Shift V. It will hold the formatting, right? Oh no, is that no Control Z? Undo that. Okay. Yeah, okay. The little things. Insert before. That'll be this is still faster, right? Content writing. And I think that's duplicate. So I'm gonna take this remove it and change it here. There's a Control-Shift-V. And then I need to just go through and make sure that I have spacing. For search engine optimization, making things readable, or readability is important. And so this should be a list. Do everything more. It really needs rewriting. It's crap. Ain't gonna lie. Check out this spelling. There's some grammar error. Spelling. Yikes. It's another error. Thank you, Grammarly, for helping with that. But anyway, okay, good enough, right? That's the point. Good enough. And this next one is going to be graphic design. There we go. This wasn't too bad. And what app validity is broken? Why? Okay. So best practice: add a generate block container. Add a headline. Set the headline as the paragraph. Yeah. Paste in your stuff. Pull out the one item that you want to be in H2. Add a new headline and paste it in there, and then fix the formatting just slightly. Okay, for better readability. We're almost there. We're getting there. This is exciting. You're not excited. You have nothing to be excited about. I'm excited. I want SharpSpring connected to my website. Okay, next up. Search engine marketing is going to be before search engine optimization. Social media marketing will be after both of those. So need to go search engine marketing. There it is. Same thing, over and over and over again. Add a generate block container. Inside that container, add a heading that is generate block, and then paste, pull out front, insert before, add a new headline, generate block headline, and there you have it. And then update the formatting to separate the paragraphs into smaller chunks so that you can improve the readability of the page. You can see that should be a CTA. I'll have to come back and add the SEO checklist, but not yet. Okay, so that was search engine marketing. Now we need search engine optimization. Search engine marketing was the final one on this page, so we need to go search engine optimization. We need to copy the text. Go to our page, wash and repeat. Add a generate block container, add a headline, change the generate block headline to a paragraph, Control Shift V, pull out the top item so that we can add it as its own H2 headline, and then go and fix the paragraph. Right. To be honest, having not viewed this, this might be redundant, adding these paragraph breaks that they might have been automated. Okay. This one wasn't there originally, but I'm going to go ahead and add it. Okay, update. Getting close. Getting closer. So that was search engine optimization. We did search engine marketing. Social media marketing is next. And that's true. Relationship. Social media marketing is really relationship marketing. So let's add that content there. Wash and repeat. Container. This is a generate block container. And inside that generate block is a generate block headline that I'm changing to paragraph. Control Shift V inside. Take out the top line because I want to insert a block above this and making it a generate block H2 item. And then just tighten up the paragraph breaks inside content that I pulled across. Update. One more. The web design. Which is kind of what I do. So when I do rewrite the content, I'll be starting here. I'm actually going to also start a lot of content on partnering with nonprofits because, man, working with nonprofits is good for business. It is. It makes you, me, feel happy about being able to help. And that happiness pulls through into everything else that I do. Yes, it's also good for referrals. Like they value the work that I do with them, and then they refer others to me. Which definitely helps. I'm not, I love it, but it's also it just feels good to work with nonprofits and know that you're providing them a service that in many cases they wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. And so that does have a knock-on effect. It inflates my prices for larger businesses who are paying me, for-profit businesses, I should say, not necessarily larger. But that's a conversation that I have with them. Sometimes they're like, "Man, you're expensive." And so I'm able to tell them, well, kind of. I mean, comparatively speaking, I'm probably almost the same as everybody else out there. I'm not at the bottom, but because I charge more, I'm able to then donate typically 1 day a week. Like if you take all the hours involved, 1 day a week out of my work week is donated to nonprofits. How cool is that? If they don't like that, then they don't like that. Okay. All right. So let's see the pages of it now. All right. There's a little delay in his pulling through, but no big deal. Okay, those are working like they're supposed to. That's working like it's supposed to. Oh, that looks good. So far, so good. Okay, so that didn't pull through, but that's okay. It will. So that's the home page, the services page. If I click it, it won't go anywhere. Okay, good. So let's see web design. It's all content. It's content heavy. This is not good, but it'll work, right? It's fine. It's not great, but it's streamlined. You'll also notice I don't have a hero image up here. I'm not using a hero image on these pages. The instance that I loaded from the site library from Generate Press Premium, okay, didn't have a hero image, and or at least I don't remember it having a hero image, and I just rolled with it, stuck with it, and I think I'm okay with that. It's images are only as valuable as the emotion or extra information that they convey. And I don't think, there's an image that will convey any meaning to an accelerated mobile page. You know what I mean? It's like, what's it going to do for that? Okay, all of those are working. Portfolio. We came and saw this a few minutes ago. And right, I'm not loving the tight spacing right there, so I'm gonna have to adjust those. But that's okay. The portfolio pages are doing what they're supposed to be doing. The quotes are there, the project outcomes. This is probably the best one, because it goes in depth. This is what I'll use to model. Okay, the about page. Okay, yeah, all right. I did dial that one in, but the background colors are off brand. So I need to go and fix that. Resources page, I haven't though. There you have it. So the resources page, let's see if I can just borrow from this page, and it's not how I want it, but again, it might be good enough. So where's the resources page? If we're in alphabetical order, it comes before S, so it's going to be on the first page of results. Down there, right there. Okay, we're good. We're good. And same thing as before. Generate block container. Inside it, I'll put a generate block headline. I'm going to change the headline to paragraph, and then adjust accordingly. Actually, that's pretty good. Doesn't look like those images pulled through, not all of them, so I'll adjust, but at least the main content is here, and I need to add content anyway. Like Sharp Spring needs to be added in here, and I've been doing a lot, or using, I should say, a lot of new tools like Loom. I use Loom almost every single day. Correction, I probably use it every single day. And it's not mentioned here in my resources. And, so anyway, that needs adjusting. Oh, how did it look? Okay, yeah, I probably speak a lot to. All right, that looks fun. You see that finally pulled through correctly. Okay, so that was resources. The pricing page. that hasn't been attended to. It's empty. In the pricing page, I used a pre-built, so I'm going to have to go in and add something here. So that's going to take a minute to build. So let's go build it. All right, the pricing page is my least favorite page because my pricing is, I mean, I just mentioned a minute ago, it's I work with nonprofits, so my pricing is essentially free. And then for small businesses, my pricing is X, and for medium businesses, my pricing is Z. So it's a sliding scale, and that sliding scale is hard to explain just on page. All right, built my container. I'm going to add a block. The block inside the container, I don't know yet what it's going to be. So I want to see if Cadence has a pricing library. And they do, but it's pro. So is there something else? It's not pro. I'm probably gonna, oh, this one. That one's not highlighted as pro. I'm just gonna use it for simplicity's sake. Okay. So it's built a little bit different than generate blocks, right? So I have to learn it. The background settings. It has an image. That is not the image that I want in the background. So I think what I'm going to have is I'm going to pull through my cows. They're not my cows. They're not my cows. Okay. But I love them. All right. And so now I need to identify over here, not in the background section. Yes. No, doesn't need an image. Okay. The cadence block is built out differently. So it's got a row layout. It's got 50-50 with gutters. And those are called sections, right? In generate blocks, this row layout would be called grid, and the sections would equivalent would be called containers. So I need to find out how I can adjust the number of sections to fit inside. See that 50-50 columns? I want 3. So now I can go to my pricing page. I've got 3 and I can adjust. But you know what? I don't want to actually. Now that I'm here thinking about it, this is going to be WordPress website. And that is not going to be that. Let's see. It's going to be 7,500. Okay. And per month, no. I could probably get rid of that list. Maybe I need to do this. Just tried to paste it in and it didn't take. Let's try that again. Nope. Okay, so the pricing's not the same, the way that it's built. So I need to just get rid of this block entirely. Remove that block. Need to remove that per month. And purchase. Hire us. And the link. No, we're gonna go do the right thing. So where is the edit? So that needs to go to. That will be a different page, so I'll have to come and update. The press website, and let's see, SEM, search engine marketing. It's 1750. These prices are going to change, so it's very hard holding on to them. Initial setup, and then per month after that. And it's 15%. And that got it changed to 20 recently. Get rid of this block. Okay. IRS. So the pricing page exists, but it needs fixing. Let's preview it. Okay, and that's dark. That's real dark. Why didn't you pull through? See that formatting? Background color. What? Select a color. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that. So let's go with no, we'll go with this color. And then we will change that to like 0.3. Okay. Text needs to be white. That needs to be white. That didn't work. Right. It's okay. I'm gonna get all worked up. We'll just see what it looks like. And preview tab. Okay. So that didn't pull through as white. So I need to change that. And I like that gray, so I'll change that. Okay. And then I'm gonna be done. Because is, let's see, that is, I'm gonna borrow you. C3. You shouldn't. You get to where you start recognizing things. In the next one, I should have recognized. Okay. I don't know if the pricing page that I'm building right now is going to be built in Sharp Spring and then pulled through, or I'm gonna build it here. I just don't know. So I don't want to spend too much time dialing this in, but I do want to make sure that I have all of the moving parts accounted for. Okay. I like it. Hi, cows. I love you. Okay, contact, I decided, is going to actually, oh, that needs dialing in, but that will get dialed in mostly with Sharp Spring forms, but until then, uh, let's see, what is the, we would love to hear from you. Where are you? Contact us page. You're not in there. That's website. Yeah. This is not at all confusing. It's not meet the team. Our latest work, pricing. Reach out and say hello. That's the one. Okay. Okay, I just made that up. We'll be changing that. But let's adjust these things. And we're going to have to turn that into a linkable item. So while we're here, we'll change that. And that's going to be 6906. I don't think I need to do any of those things. We'll just take care of themselves. Now, do you see this? Hello at blah blah blah. Um, you should never have your email address available for bots. And so we break things up so that they don't see or recognize that exactly. And so that's what's happening right there. I know that this is redundant because it's all in the footer, but there you have it. Okay, I think that that is all of the pages built, which is exciting. Yeah, I know you're dripping with enthusiasm right now. Right, that one thing I didn't like. So I added a hard page break instead of shift enter, which is a soft page break. No, page break paragraph. It's a VR instead of a close P, open P. Always ending anyway. So yeah, and there you go. Clean it up and keep it consistent. Okay, that's the website done. So now I need to do some crazy juggling. So right now I'm going to log in to SiteGround because SiteGround is where I host currently. And yeah, so that's that. I'm going to log into SiteGround. I'm going to go to the old, well, my agency website. I'm going to make a backup. I'm going to push it to another page. So where am I going to push it? Text Austin. Okay. I need to make sure that it doesn't already exist. The page. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is going to get ugly real quick. So here's the deal. There's a feature in SiteGround that allows us to migrate. Okay. So the domain to generate a migrate token, right? So I need to get a token and go to one of my other pages, this one. And I need to get a token, which doesn't exist yet. Okay, so this is where I'm going to push my current agency website. I'm going to make a copy. Okay, I'm going to copy this token. Now I go to my current agency website and I add a plugin called SiteGround Migrator. Okay, so I get the SiteGround Migrator. See, I've done this before. You install the SiteGround Migrator because all of these moving parts are all still hosted on SiteGround. Then it all works together, right? It's perfect. So the SiteGround Migrator, once it's activated, I take the code that I copied, the token that I copied, and I paste it in, and it will take this entire website, database and all, media files, everything, and it will push a copy to that new location, which is going to be Text Austin / Austintatious Design. Okay. And so once I've done that, then what I'll do, and it's kind of scary, once I've done that, website migration in progress, it shouldn't be. I didn't choose that. Cancel that transfer. What in the world? Here's the migration token. Initiate transfer. Maybe I was stuck in a loop from something else. It's different. So continue. Yes. No. So the reason this gets ugly is because once this process is finished, and it only takes a couple of minutes usually, I'm going to delete all of the files from my agency website because you can't have any WordPress database or anything at the location where you are going to migrate a WordPress installation to, like this right now. Then I'm going to go to the staging website that we just completed, and I'm going to migrate it to my current agency location, right? So while I'm doing that, I'm also going to go to staging. So this is another kind of copy, okay? So I'm in the wrong location now. I need to go to my agency website in SiteGround, and I'm going to create a staging copy, right, of this website. And this is pre-replacement. There's two problems. this staging copy and the copy that I'm making by pushing across to the other location are both indexable by Google and Bing. Um, so I have to go in, I have to log into both of those and change the settings that in the reading to discourage search engines from indexing. Okay, so staging is created. So now I need to go into it. I need to log into the admin panel. And sometimes that's a problem because of network and blah, blah, blah. So I need to go make sure that this enforce is for that as well. Should get at it. I assume that what I just did was 26, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. Make sure that it is overtly encrypted and HTTPS enforced. Oh my. So look at all those files that I'm going to transfer. This is going to take a minute. And then I'm going to have to push them all back up. Okay, it failed to install. And I don't know why. So let's just make sure that it is enforced. Yeah. And I've got a lot of moving parts going on in the server right now, so that could be creating some of the errors as well. So I'm going to go back to my staging and see if I can't log in to the admin panel now. Yeah, not secure, right? I don't know why. That's all. So it is 26. Unusual incorrect credentials. I wonder what. Dang it. So the other thing is backups. Okay. I'm going to have a backup of this website that I can push out if something breaks. So we'll call this replacement, pre-generate press. I'm going to manually back it out now. Again, that's a lot of strain on SiteGround to go through and create this backup, while at the same time it is migrating, and at the same time I've created a staging environment. Okay, too many copies. Really, the backup is probably all I need to do. But I don't want to have to involve a tech. And if something breaks, I want to be able to replace it myself. And instead of saying, hey, can you re-up my backup? Oh, it's not working. Well, what's wrong? You know, I just don't want to have to do all that. So I'm making too many copies. I agree. If you're watching, you can chat and send me a WTF, and I'll tell you, I don't know why, or whatever. You are watching. Say hi. Look, there's a chat box somewhere. Just say hi. Where are you? Say hi back. I don't know who you are. What country do you live in? What language do you speak? You must understand English if you're watching this. A little bit anyway. Okay, so that is taking a minute. Let's see, the backup creation is in progress. And everything else. So we just gotta wait, slow our roll. I guess while we're waiting, we can go in and work on the new site. Subscriptive. Let's see. Okay. Subscript. Okay. Let's do it. So while we're waiting for all of those moving parts to finish, let's make some tweaks. And the first tweak I want to focus on is the pricing page. My least favorite, but it needs the most consideration. Couple things. I don't like the purple. So from a color perspective, we're just going to go with something that is, and I don't think I want see-through either. So boring. Let's see. Like F5. Okay. Now we need to adjust our color schemes. Okay. And that doesn't have to be quite so high. 16.5, that's good. We'll make this one black. Make it stand out. Iris is fine. We'll come over here and we'll do the same things. No, that was the one we're going to do. It's this that needs change on to the F5. Yeah. Okay. Already, I like that better. Let's check in. Okay, backup is created. Okay, so that's my backup. So with the new backup, I can push out. I can replace everything that I've done. The migrator is coming along, but it's taking a long time. But because that's in process, I don't want to mess with it, even though I'm about to delete it. But we do need to still get into the Texaustin stage copy to update the settings and the reading to discourage search engines from indexing it. So I need to get in. So that's what this is. No, I needed to get into the staging for Austintatious design. So many moving parts. What's going on here? Okay, so that was staging. Now, I should be able to see it. And it says not secure. Okay, so I'm going to go to the, oh, it's forcing that and it doesn't extend the CDN. That's why it's getting all kinds of weirded out. That would be my guess. Some domains. Staging 26. Activate. So we're going to go back to line. Back to line. I might just have to delete this because I'm not. Yeah, got that back up. Copy. So I'm just going to kill this because what I don't want is Google to accidentally crawl a staging copy. So that's bad news. So I'm just gonna wait and hope that they don't go there. Okay, so what moving parts are we still waiting for? Waiting for that to push to the other before I delete. Okay, the pricing page. See what it looks like now. Now, very, very simple. It looks good. I need to put starting, but otherwise I don't like it. I actually might like it starting from. Okay, that gives people a very clear indication. Okay, so I like that. Now I've got those two things copied. I'm gonna copy that. Oh, I just need to click duplicate. Duh. I don't want to duplicate that. I want to just duplicate this. So why won't you let me do it? You get irritated. Maybe because it just doesn't work that way. Okay. So cadence blocks. Let's see. Two columns. I'm just making sure. So maybe that needs to be duplicated. Roll over. Yeah. Okay. And the pricing. So we did social engine, search engine marketing. So now we need to do social media marketing. And what I'm doing here is social media marketing is going to be borrowing from Wilson. Initial setup is 1200. And then 520%. Okay. And next up is automated marketing system. And that pricing is, yeah, a lot. Wow, how did I spell that? A monthly retainer. Getting there. And then search engine optimization. Just keep it clean. Okay. If I keep it clean, I actually mean get so okay. So SEO. Okay. And then finally, everything else. It might be too much information, you know, but that is what it is for now. How's the migration going? Almost well, I don't have well over halfway now. So, excuse me. Wow. I didn't mean to yawn all over you. Oh man, I feel so much better. So, get into my thought process here. Um, these things take a long time. You know, even just getting things migrated and pushed across this process is time consuming. So, you know, I try to be as fast as I possibly can to make up and accommodate for, you know, these moments. Um, and I think I do a good job of it, but it's hard. And every once in a while, you know, somebody wants something and just they need to understand that it takes time. But more than that, that's for clients. If you are learning to do this, um, you need to learn that things take a lot longer than you expect them to. And so you've got to be able to multitask. You've got to be able to work on one thing at a time, you know, at one moment. And then while you're waiting for that to load or upload or download or whatever it is that you're doing, you've got to have something else going on to work on for maybe even a different client. And if that's the case, you need to make sure that your time tracking is very, very sensitive. You want to pause. You know, my client, if this were my client's website, should not be paying for the website migration time, right? They shouldn't have to pay for that. I could just sit here and watch that circle spin. That's not something that they need to pay me $225 an hour for. I can't justify that hourly rate if I'm also going to make them pay for something like this. So what that means is I have to have a lot of things going on, and I need to be very, very sensitive with my time. So I use a company called Zip Books for time tracking and for invoicing and for accounting. But whatever you're using, if you are charging by the hour for anything, don't make your clients pay for this. That's not fair. That's not good practice. If they find out, like if my clients were watching and saw this and they're like, oh man, it was so yeah, that's just from me to you. Uh that's what I would say. Okay, so this is almost done. I feel like my pricing page is come together with just these very simple cadence block cards, and this came straight out of their library. Very simple, very sleek. The I obviously have, it's not all the same height, and I like that. It's okay. It's different. Um, so the entire website is now built and ready to roll. I just need this migrator to finish doing its job. Then I delete this page. I go to this page and then migrate it across to my website. Once that's done, then I upload the SharpSpring tracking tool. So I don't know if you're familiar with SharpSpring. I'm logged in, so I'll go open up my account. I need to be careful though, because I don't want you like squizzing all the private information of like people I know and things like that. So let me just make sure that I don't accidentally do that. Okay, I feel like I've almost got it to where there's nothing private, but we'll see. So fingers crossed. Here we go. Okay, so I'm in SharpSpring, and SharpSpring has a lot. This is a customer relationship management tool that's way more than a customer relationship management tool. You can build out your visual workflows, your chatbot workflows, scheduled events, your personas, and then you can have your email marketing set to deliver to persona, or your workflow can be not only segmented by where they're at in the actual workflow, but also by segmented persona types. So if they're this persona and they're here in the funnel, then send them this email. If they're in that same place in the funnel, but they're that persona, then send them this slightly tweaked email with a video instead of an image, whatever it might be. So anyway, SharpSpring's amazing, but it's not connected to my site. I can't connect it until the actual site is live. And so you see that it's 404. AMP, my site, Austentatiousdesign.co, is built using accelerated mobile pages. And AMP does not play well with HubSpot and SharpSpring and Salesforce Pardot and Marketo and any of these other tools that require a tracking pixel. And so that's why I've had to, one reason why I've rebuilt my entire website using Generate Press theme, because it's better performance as far as speed and core web vitals and things like that, which surprised the heck out of me when I found that out. But also because it's not using the AMP plugin, it doesn't break the tracking pixels. And so here we are, just about there. So I've got to grab, let's see, the tracking pixels, the code, to put into the website. Okay, so here's the information that I'll be grabbing and adding to my website once these other pieces of the puzzle are done. So actually, I'll grab that code and copy it. And then I'm going to check on SiteGround. Okay, we're getting closer, I feel. It's still a ways away. Now, inside here, let's see where on my website, I need to add this code, and SharpSpring tells us to add it, paste it before the closing body tag on every page. So here's the cool thing, right? I'm going to go into the element, and I've already got one hook, which is the JavaScript hook, which adds it to the footer. So I'm just going to create a new one for the SharpSpring hook. So it's going to be a hook, create it, SharpSpring pixel, paste that in there. Okay, the hook needs to go in the WP footer. You see you had three choices. It can go in the head, it can go at the open of the body, like before the content starts, or it can go in the footer, or you can, do it in lots of different places. Okay, oh, look at all those hooks. Okay, and you can even have a custom hook. Well, I just need it in the footer. There are no short codes. What I've set the priority to 10, but the display rules. I need to say on the entire site, right? Everywhere, for everybody. So once that's updated, then that tracking pixel will fire, but it's going to be coming from the wrong domain. So SharpSpring won't recognize it. Okay, it's still pending. Okay, there we have it. The transfer is complete. Phew, man, that took forever. Now I need to go to the new version of that site, and I need to change the settings readability to discourage search engines, right? So first things first, before I delete the other one, I need to come in here. There it is. I need to log in. When you push it across, it pushes with every setting. Okay. So if you had custom manual links to the old staging environment, then that all got pushed with the old stuff. So go into settings, into reading. Now, something I could have done is done this before I migrate, and then discourage search engines from indexing these. Save those changes. Now, discourage does not mean that they will listen to you. They can ignore that, they being the search engines. Typically, they won't ignore that. Okay. So now I'm going into ostentatious design. This is exciting. I'm a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie. So hopefully I don't screw the pooch. But I'm going here. I'm going to go into the site. Actually, no, I'm just going to go straight here. And I'm going to delete the application. So my site is going down. Yep, whole thing's going down. Deep breath, confirm. Okay, So technically, it's gone. So now I need to go to the site migrator and generate a token. So there are PHP files residing. It's almost always going to be the case. So I need to go into the folder. You see that error log? I just need to get rid of that error log. And now I need to go back to the migrator. That shouldn't have taken any time. Okay, so if it's still firing, then I need to go back in and see what else is. Oh, that's a PHP file. Workflows. Okay, there we go. That should be us done. Copy that. Go to our plugin. We need to install the SiteGround Migrator plugin again and activate it. Now that it's activated, we need to go into the dashboard and nope, migrator optimizer. And we need to paste that token in. Yes, let me know when it's done. Yes, it is going to be changed to that. So there are a couple of moving parts to this that have to be attended to once the migration process is finished. One, I need to go through and manually change anything that referenced Austin2 to Austintatious.co. Fix that, like primarily in the rank math for redirection. Okay, so I need to go in and fix all of those redirects. I need to update any of the plugins that are connected physically to the staging site. So rank math is connected, Jetpack is Boost is probably connected. WP server might be connected, and I'm not sure what else might be connected. Once I've reconnected those pieces, then I need to dial in rank math. I need to dial up SG optimizer. I need to turn Cloudflare off and back on again. Maybe I might just be able to purge it, but sometimes that's not quite enough. And then we're actually live and away. So yeah, that's about it. And then I'll check on sharp spring connection and everything else. So now it's just kind of a sit and wait for this migration to play out. And then we move on to phase 3. Phase 1 was build. Phase 2 was protect, right? The old site, the backup, and the, moved it to a staging environment just in case I need it. Where I can, if the backup doesn't replace what I'm about to do, then hopefully this would. And then stage 3 is the actual migration of the staging environment to the live site, and then the cleanup, stage 4. we're about halfway there, a little bit over, which is good. Excited. Um, and I feel like everything's gonna work out just fine. Those notifications are T-Mobile saying you are using way too much. I know, I know, but this is me now. This is until Starlink uh, comes to my area. I've already signed up, but until Starlink comes to my area, I'm stuck with this. And man, I'm kicking myself. I had the opportunity to sign up for Starlink. You probably have it by now. Um, 6 months ago, and I balked. I was like, man, do I really need it? I think the answer has always been yes, I really need it. But this whole uh, hotspot solution that I've got, um, it's kind of expensive, but it's not that expensive. But the problem is that if I replace my solution with Starlink, the cost will pay for itself, once you buy all the equipment and everything within a couple of months. Um, but I have to keep my my same T-Mobile package uh, because one, I don't want to lose it. But two, we travel. Even with COVID, we still are managing to travel a fair amount safely, very, very safely. And when we do, I still have to work. And this is my solution. Um, so I don't think I can get rid of it, that payment. And it all costs money, right? It's a lot of dumb money. So that's where I sit. So I see somebody's watching. Um, chat, say hi, drop a note, uh, give me a like. You don't really have to give me a like. I don't really care about the vanity metrics unless you do actually like it, and then that's a genuine indication that what I'm doing for you is considered beneficial in some way. I don't know. Is it? Could it be? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, almost there. So, for those of you that are watching or will watch this, as a developer, I highly recommend you get a sit stand desk. I have one that is electric. I got a little spoiled. Um, and um, they bought me a new desk. Uh, really happy about it. So um, it goes up to stand when my back says it's tired, and it drops down so I can sit, and it goes to memorize locations. Hey, here we are. Okay, so we are so close. Let me get my my mouse on the right monitor. Okay, so we're here. Let's just check the settings are still at discourage. Yes, we're discouraging. Okay, so now we need to log into the live site. Here we are. Let's see if it exists now. It should do. It's there. Okay. The security SSL certificates shouldn't have changed. Okay. The enforcing shouldn't have changed. So all those things look good. So now we need to see if we can log in to the admin panel. And it looks like we are in. Look at that. Okay, this is kind of exciting. So let's visit the live site. And OMG, it's live. Um, live. Okay, let's play. Woohoo! That's exciting. I ain't gonna lie. Still got a lot to do. Okay, so SiteKit. SiteKit needs connecting. Okay. Check compatibility. Now I need to sign in with Google. And so I'm going to sign in real quick and get connected to the Search Console, which should already be signed in and connected to the Search Console, but let's do it. Now the tracking that I had on the old site was specific to AMP. I can now use Google. You can now use Google Tag Manager a bit more freely. Like I have more tracking mechanisms through the Tag Manager that I can deploy. Okay, so Search Console is connected. Now I need to go into the settings and I'm going to connect to the Google Tag Manager. So I've got to do the same thing again. Just a minute. Yeah. And so what that means is in the Tag Manager, I don't have the appropriate tracking fixing container. So I need to set up a new container, right? Tag Manager, set up new container, and we'll call it sure. Oh. Okay, so the Tag Manager is connected, but there's not a Google Analytics connected to the Tag Manager, so I need to do that. So 2 seconds. The Tag Manager. And I'm going to set up a new tag. You know what? I need to create. What's going on here? Usually that repopulates. So let's go. I might need to pull that onto a smaller screen so I can see what's missing. Okay, so I'm on a different monitor trying to get the tag manager. Okay, there we go. To work. So I'm going to configure a tag, and I'm going to use Universal Analytics because my website is still using the old Google Analytics. And so I'm grabbing the code right now to add for the analytics settings. Let's see if it's already in there. It's a new variable. And the tracking ID gets added here. And we save that. And then we also need to trigger every page, all pages. Okay, so we'll save that. That's for the universal analytics, but also I want to create a new A4 analytics. So, doing that right now on another screen for web. Enhanced measurement, sure. And so this is the measurement ID I'm going to need for the configuration for GA4. Okay, the triggering going to be on pages. And I'm not using remarketing, so I don't have anything to connect there. Okay. So now, when we review the live site, oh, it hasn't updated. This is all cached, right? This is the old site. So we're waiting for the new site to re-up. There we go. The Google Tag Assistant will tell me if we're connected. And we have the Google Tag Manager. And we also have old analytics pulling through. So I'm going to have to track that down and kill it. Why is that going to? Anyway, I'll figure that out in a minute. So Sharp Spring. Now we need to check to see if the tracking code is being recognized. Tracking code active, but it was pending, right? Okay, and that's the KOI. So, ready? So it's checking. Successfully saved. And we're live. So now I can start using chatbots and everything else that entails. Exciting. Are you excited? I'm excited. Am I a geek? I'm a geek. Okay. So a couple things. I don't want to see this anymore when I am checking out the actual website. So I want to remove the toolbar. Okay. And update that. Now I need to go in and I need to connect everything. SiteKit is connected. The cool thing about SiteKit, that I'll talk about real quick, that I like, is that you can also use optimize. Okay, so this will re-up later, but we can use Google's optimizer, and that's really, really groovy. So I don't know if this is still connected to my account properly or not, but it didn't throw an error. So that's good. Go to rank myth now. Okay. So here we have it. Advanced custom fields. No, we don't need that. AMP, I'm not implementing that yet. Analytics, yes, but we don't need to do that because we're using SiteKit. Okay, so there's too much overlap if we do that. Buddy press, I'm not using buddy press. Instant indexing, yes, I want everything to be indexed. I don't think I need that right now. Okay, local SEO, yes, and use sitemap. Yeah, sure. I'll be posting some news related stuff. Redirections, yes. SEO analysis, good. Schema, definitely. Sitemap, yes. Video sitemap. I do have a couple of videos. I'm not using Google Web Stories or WooCommerce yet, but those are things that will come. Now, the redirections. Let's check the redirections and check it out. When we pushed across, rank math updated. Now, that's all well and good, but we need to add the wwws. Okay. That is so cool. That's exciting. The reason we have these wwws is because we're using Cloudflare CDN, the content distribution network, and they take austentatiousdesign.co and redirect it to www.austentatiousdesign.co, and in doing so, they make it super fast. So we're gonna have to go in and check everything and then check the plugins. I feel like I've got a plugin that I didn't need, called From Server or something like that, when I was moving some media files about. So I need to probably go through and deactivate and uninstall that one. And okay, so I think we're good with all of those redirects, and everything else is check WP server. Okay. I'm using the freemium version but I might change that to a paid version sooner rather than later. Okay, thanks for the heads up. And I think everything else is going to be dialed in. Let's see. Okay, memcache was disabled, so we need to go back into here and check our caching and SiteGround. Okay, we don't need those, that's fine. Dynamic cache. Purge that. And Cloudflare, let's make sure that we're still connected. Looks like we're good. Active. I'm going to purge it. And then make sure that this is still full strict because of the SSL. I don't have any subdomains that I want active. I removed them. So all of that should be good. Now we're going to reload this page. And should dial in those cases. And that memcache. There we go. All of these look good. I'm not combining the CSS files. I might need to preload some fonts. I definitely need to optimize the images. It's going to tell me not to do this because the Cloudflare. So I'm currently not going to. I'm a little bit bummed about that. And for some reason, this version of SG Optimizer didn't push with the update, including Cloudflare. I'm a little confused by that. Not gonna lie. So, but plugins. Let's go through these plugins. So we don't need those social icons down in the footer. I'm going to use them only because Thomas Usborne, who built GeneratePress, uses them and built it. But I don't need MailChimp. And I don't need the WordPress importer. So I'm really, really curious what this is going to do to my Lighthouse scores. Because remember, I'm using that Sharp Spring Pixel, and I know it's going to slow things down. I just don't know how much. Okay, a couple things. Best practices in SEO. That tells me that I forgot to encourage search engine visibility. Yeah, save those changes. Okay, that's good. And here we go. Jetpack boost. Still hasn't finished generating a critical CSS, so we need to let it do that. Um, just waiting for this to generate the CSS. Really, that's all I'm doing. And I'm reading my Slack messages from you know, what's going on in the rest of the world. Uh, so how do you how do you change the bit rate of your audio? Was that just because I was quiet? I feel like it's because I was quiet. And I'm using a really neat um, preprocessor called CRISP, KRISP. And if I'm gonna go there, man, I wish I had this on my resources because I might be able to get a thank you fist from them. But they sit, okay, so my microphone is literally here, right? Um, they sit behind the microphone in a piece of software. So as the audio file goes into your computer, the software, the CRISP software, listens and says, ooh, that is background noise. That is background noise. This is background noise. And it doesn't let any of that background noise get out of the microphone software into whatever you're using, right? And so it's really, really nice. And then with OSB, that's what I'm using for live streaming, OBS, excuse me. I have some filters built in as well, some stop filters and things. What do we call them? There's the noise suppression and noise gate, right? So I'm using those two filters on my my audio track that goes along with the video recording. And so if Crisp closes off all of the background noise and I'm not talking, it's going to go dead silent. And then when I do start talking, Crisp sends only my voice through, having blocked off all of the background noise. And as long as my voice is not too quiet or too loud, basically, then OBS grabs it and uses it as the audio track. So it's, I mean, there's no like post processing, right? It's all pre processing or live in stream. So that's why I told you it's unrefined and unfiltered. Well, I guess there's a little filtering going on, but I don't, I'm not going to go back and fix the audio from a track. I'm just be like, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so we're still waiting for this generating critical CSS thing to finish. Feel like that's taking a lot longer than I'm used to. So it's hard for me to be patient. And then once it is generated, now I'm going to be messing it up again and again because I haven't finished building the website, right? But it will hopefully at least give me a better indicator of the speed of the sub once it's close to being dialed in perfect. But yeah, that sharp spring did create a delay. So while we're waiting for that, let's look at the sharp spring bot. Let's see if I can add a bot. Okay, so I don't have a sharp spring bot yet. Oh, you know what I need before I need a bot? I need a form. So I'm saying, hey, contact me. And then I've removed the form from the contact page and from the footer. So let's fix that. One thing I remember that impacted page load speed time as regards the footer is having a form in the footer really slowed things down. So I know that I've got a form in the footer element. I'm gonna pull it. I mean, I kind of already have, but really what I need to do is create a link to the contact page. That, yes, okay, thank you. So see that? I just need to pull that out. Click here to subscribe, and that needs to go. And I don't think it's subscribe. I think it's reach out. Reach out. I don't have a mailing list. Let's talk about your running project and how / if Austintatious design would be a good fit. Click here to reach out. That now needs to send them to contact page, which is not called contact page. It's called nope, reach out and say hello. Okay, so that needs some link color, and we'll make it black. I don't need it to be black. Purple. Yeah. Okay, let's stop faffing. It just needs to be the real color. Let's not just have any random colors selected. Let's just do it right. And then the link hover can be something slightly different, but it'll be very, very subtle. That also needs to have the appropriate color. I like that. So they did feeling. Okay, so link hover. That one. Okay. And I need to pull that out. I mean, okay. So I need to create a new form. And it is contact us. It'll be a Sharp Spring form. All new leads should be assigned as qualified leads. Okay. Start with standard. So first name, last name, phone number, email. Okay. And then progressive. Let's see. How does this work? Okay. So do my old website, and this is why I like having gotten a copy. So I can see, oh, what did I do? How did I do it? What was different? Okay. So I'll go to my contact us page. And we'll see, okay, company name. Right, so company name. If they have a company name, I want that to trigger progressive profile. Okay. Email is required. Phone number is required. Is that all required? Okay. And then I also asked, what services are you interested in discussing, and what are your current pain points? So let's add those. Okay. So we will add. No, we don't have that. It's not going to be a custom field. It's a lead field. Services. So it needs to be either a drop down select or a check box group. With drop down select, I can only choose one, so I'm going to make it a checkbox group. And so we have web design, and search, and marketing. Yeah, single time. Social media, marketing. Vision. Really need to change web design to web development. Graphic design. Content writing. And accelerated mobile pages. Create field. Okay. So now that I've created that field, I should be able to come through here. I'm going to save the changes. And now the custom field should be here. Okay. Services. And services, I'm going to drag below progressive. And then I'm also going to have the description. And this one, I'm going to call it pain points. But I feel like I need to update that. Might be a special field. might be a custom field I need to make. So I'm going to go back and add a custom field. And bias. And this is text area. Report main points. That's it. Right. So it doesn't have that. Go back and see. It's no. Okay. Pretty sure I just saved my changes. So. There we go. Right. I haven't worked out styles or anything like that, but I'll do that in a little bit. The button. Oh, the button. Yeah, we're gonna change all font family to snap. We'll go with Georgia for now. That's not my preference. Where's my colors? Button colors. Okay. Not have any padding. I keep dropping out. Sorry. I'm doing too many things at one time. Okay. So let's see. Let's settings. Contact us. Embed code. Width. Let's make it 90%. Huh? Okay. And I do have a thank you page. Did have a thank you page. I think. But I don't anymore. So I need to build it for tracking. Totally forgotten. So, just as always, build a generate block container, and then inside that container, add your content. And important thing for this page is I don't want it crawled. Okay, so I need to update the, I need to make it no index, no follow. Then I can publish it. And now the thank you page will go to I'm not going to use a custom thank you page. I don't think. And then I need to set up all those buffers and things like that, which is good. And save changes. And this is the code that I need to add. And so we will add that. Inside contact page. Okay, so what are you telling Sharpspring? Copy and paste form embed code where the form should display. I think we're going to need to do that with an element. So let's see if I can generate press element. And it's going to be a hook. Is it going to be a hook or a block? See what options are available with the hook. Custom hook name is going to be Sharp Spring like that. Read. Okay. Display rules. Will be in page. Right now, it's just. We'll reach out and say hello. Yeah. And I'm not 100% on this. Oh, my back hurts. I think that I need to use that as short. So I'm looking for custom hooks. Oh, like it. We're going to take that and let's see. I just add it right there. They But right now, I'm just learning how to use those form and bed codes because things seem to have changed a little bit. Mm, nice. I learned from Sharp Spring. watching. I ain't saying nothing. Wonder where you're watching from, because that gives me pause. Pause. Let's just see. Just doing that now. I think right? I got an idea. Not my favorite. Hmm. Even with the sit stand desk, my back is killing. What is going on? Oof. A lot. The effect is 23. This needs to be united. I need to change the background. Gee, I can't use hex. I'll be done in a minute, and it's tested the performance. It's pretty good. Okay, let's test the performance. And then I think I'm going to stop this live stream. We're done. Let's see the performance. Whoa, that's brutal. That's brutal. Right. Damn, Sharp Spring, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, best practices. What's up? Remove that. Okay, so that image there. Just this was the medium. Back to this awesome. And then the customizer, that site identity did not play well. So let's go bridge. Try again. But sort of. Right block the why aren't you showing up? That's it. Get in touch. No, that's normal. There. Okay. Not enough contrast. Feel like my computer's very alert. Not on the home page. So that will impact like its performance. Okay, accessibility. Which ones? I bet. Whoops. Yep. Fix that. Going into limits. That's in the footer. So all of those need to have an area label. Port. 100. Okay, best practices. Dang it. Why is that switching over since no sets? Sets. I did apparently, because I'm an idiot. Dang it. Why? Why expected subs? All right, what's going on here? Where the hell is that gift coming from? Yeah. So the SG optimizer. All right, we need to defer the off-screen images, which that should be naturally built into the media optimization. Okay. So I don't understand lazy load. Lazy load. Nothing is excluded or skipped from lazy load. Or plugin is down. Okay. Hmm, interesting.